over.
What lousy case have the cops given us now?
Patrick Mays, 32, local to the area, found dead nailed to a wall on Kestrel Path about 4 hours ago.
Quiet. Not many people walk that path. Probably got a lot of time to pin up the guy.
Yes, and the victim also had a lot of pound notes shoved down the throat.
What a waste of money. What's the COD?
It would seem the victim suffered a massive injury to the skull, causing bleeding to the brain. He died before he was pinned up.
What's the plan of action?
Well, DNA tests show no prints on any of the notes and haven't found any blood on the victim that wasn't his own.
Gah, they couldn't find a bee in a hive. Losers!
There might be some truth in that. They failed to examine the wall where the body was hung.
Okay, let's go look at stuff and examine stuff.
Amazingly phrased as ever, Michael.
Yeah, I'm good at that.
Well, better get started.
What's that?
This is a very expensive and fragile piece of equipment.
What's it do?
This clever little device can tell me what compounds and chemicals are in anything.
Boring. Does it play Pac-Man?
No. Now be quiet.
Tell me to be quiet, Mr. I like papers and boxes.
Aha, right. There's traces of fertilizer, and... well, that can't be right.
What?
Well, this is showing signs of decaying bodies, some weeks old and some much more decayed.
So, you're saying the killer killed before?
Well, perhaps, but why has no one been reported missing? There's almost 30 samples of bodies there. Maybe even more.
So our guy is an experienced killer, and he's rich.
When did we decide that this killer was rich or a he?
Geez, for a smart guy, you do miss the obvious. Okay, for starters, the body would have had been lifted by someone strong. Now, I'm not ruling out female, but I'm just saying. Now, also, no money's been stolen, so it had to be the killer's money, right? In the mouth.
Rich.
Yes, that's the key word. I think we're going to find our answer on the wealthy side of town.
Ah yes, ask a few questions, make some inquiries, that sort of thing.
Nonsense! We want to kick some doors down and bang some heads together. That's how you get answers. Well, this is the street. If you don't have 4 cars or a house in Spain, you're a loser here.
Yes, I suggest what we do is inspect each house for any kind of place that they can store bodies. A basement would be the best place.
Basement. Yes!
Well, they seemed all rather nice and happy to help.
Yeah. None of them had any space to store a body, though, did they?
True. This leaves us back with nothing. They all use fertilizer on their lawns to outdo each other.
What is it? Left the oven on?
The report states that the victim was wealthy too and didn't live far from here.
Yeah, so?
Competition that got out of hand, maybe?
Wait, we're so stupid! We've been wasting our time here! Come on!
How?
Okay, these people are rich, right? And like all rich idiots, they don't want to waste their money. They're not going to waste their money shoving it down someone's throat, are they?
Oh, I see. Well done.
Don't worry about it, frozen yogurt. You're a book person and I am a people person.
Okay then, you tell me which person committed the crime.
Someone who's fed up with the victim flashing their cash around. I mean, someone less wealthy, possibly. Maybe a contact, an employee.
Well, the victim owned a funeral service and an assisting graveyard.
That has to be the connection.
A good chance, what with dealing with fertilization and bodies all the time.
Let's go visit the dead.
wait. That's the problem. It's he and not they.
Freud, can you stop speaking Filipino and start talking normally so I can understand it?
Well, this is a big company that gets lots of work.
Right.
And the victim is hiring this Ross guy to not only run the head office, but tend to the graveyard as well. Why not just employ 2 people?
Like I said, the rich are tight with money. I mean, didn't you ever see The Christmas Carol?
I don't know what that is, but what I do know is we may have a potential motive for murder here.
Overworked, unappreciated. I think you're right. Let's go find this Ross.
Well, there's nobody in there. He must be out here somewhere.
Mr. Ross! Am I...
If this guy really is the killer, we don't want him to know we are here.
You worry too much.
Your fault!
Mr. Ross, please!
We understand why you did it!
Yeah, Patrick Mays treated you like a slave!
Yes, he was. But I took care of that.
Yeah, we know!
I'm not a slave. I'm not.
No, you are not, Mr. Ross. Please, may we talk?
Nothing to talk about. I can't go to prison.
Face the crime you committed!
I'm not a slave.
Mr. Ross? This could be a trap.
Okay, we go on the count of 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Blooming idiot shot himself.
He was driven crazy.
Don't you ever feel sorry for this guy. He took a life. He's scum.
I know, but it didn't have to be this way.
Yeah, Superintendent Simon says. We solved the case. Except the suspect killed himself. Talk to him later. One thing I don't get, Freud, is how did your little science kit pick up the traces of all those different bodies?
Well, having Ross as the caretaker for the funeral parlour would have given him contact with the recently dead, and having him run the graveyard would have put him in contact with the dead that were buried when he dug up graves and fertilised the lawn.
A mix of old and new. And the fertiliser must have been used to keep the graveyard in good condition.
Yes.
Are you going to buy me another bum?
No.
Okay then, bye. You're coming, Freud.